Hello, and welcome to the webinar for the National Panhellenic Council, or NPHC for short, here at Oklahoma State University. My name is Joycelyn Poppy Johnson, and I will be your moderator for the duration of this video. I also serve as the 2020 External Vice President for NPHC here at OSU. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So first, we're going to start off with why Black Greek letter organizations matter. And instead of me sitting here trying to tell you why, persuade you why, I'm going to show you a video because sometimes those just get the message across a little bit better.
Like what you see? Then please donate and click the link below.
The other thing, we've got to stay together. We've got to stay together as leaders. We've got to stay together as organizations. We must recognize that we are all on the same road, moving toward the same goal and the same city.
I have a friend that just has a little, well, now she's about a year old. And so you want to give her the little red dress so that she knows she's supposed to be a Delta. And that's all in fun, because if that child grows up to be a AKA or a Zeta or whatever, what you want her to know is that there's a community that loves you. You want yourself to know that I have sisters. Every place I go when I travel, and I love it, every place I go, Delta show up. It's wonderful. The sisterhood is powerful, as Lily and Bimbo used to say, and the sisterhood is strong. And I couldn't be happier. My family, of course, but not just my biological family, but my emotional family. And it's nice to have sisters because everybody in my family's gone. We have done a good job, and we continue to, because the need is still there. The need is still there.
Hey everybody, welcome to HuffPost Live. I'm Mark Lamont Hill. I was looking at a study that came up right here on the Huffington Post page, ranking the top fraternities in America. They listed 15 fraternities. Only 2 black fraternities made the top 15, and I began to wonder, has the media missed the point of what black fraternities and sororities are for? Or have black fraternities and sororities not led up and met up with their usefulness?
If the stepping and strolling is all you see, then absolutely it'll get in the way of the message. With everything that's said, there has to be an action that goes along with it. So if you're going to say that, hey, we're a service organization, you have to do service. Or else, if you're going to step and stroll, call yourself a step team or a dance team.
Founded during the Jim Crow era of United States history, Black Greek letter organizations have been associated with some of Black culture's greatest minds. People like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Carter G. Woodson, Dorothy Height, George Washington Carver, Toni Morrison, and many others brought out the best in the Black arts, civil rights, and Black power movements. During the last 20 years, questions about the relevancy of Black Greek letter organizations have created a dramatic shift in the conversations which surround them. Hi, I'm Jared Henderson, and I'm the creator of Beyond This Place. When I was 12 years old, my father took me to downtown St. Louis for my first ever step show at Keener Plaza. My brother and I had no idea what to expect, but once we got there, we were instantly hooked. Beyond This Place is a documentary that aims to examine the culture of Black Greek letter organizations while also posing a very complex question. What is the role for these organizations in the 21st century? With Hollywood and television's most recent fascination with this culture, I couldn't help but wonder, why are so many people telling these stories from the position of peril? I mean, these organizations have helped cultivate some of the greatest minds of our generation. Central to the success of the Beyond This Place project is the commitment of financial backers to see this project through all the way to the big screen. And we need your help. We've set a new goal of raising $15,000 that we will use to develop the first chapter of our film. Head over to Indiegogo.com where you can receive some really cool perks for your donation. Again, thank you so much for supporting the Beyond This Place project. Please share our page on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and let's get this project funded. Thank you for all your time, and as always, let's continue to build and let's continue to grow. Thank you.
So now, let's get into the history of NPHC. As you can see in the top left corner, that is the official logo for the National Panhellenic Council. The National Panhellenic Council was founded on May 10, 1930, on the campus of Howard University in Washington, D.C. It's composed of 9 international Greek letter sororities and fraternities, as followed: Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, and Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. The purpose and mission is unanimity of thought and action as far as possible in the conduct of Greek letter collegiate fraternities and sororities, and to consider problems of mutual interest to its member organizations. Which basically is just saying that we, as 9 separate fraternities and sororities, have made the conscious decision to come together as one to create change in the community and to foster a sense of family within the African American community and within the community at Oklahoma State as a whole. Next, let's get into the history of Oklahoma State University's National Panhellenic Council. The National Panhellenic Council at OSU was chartered October 3rd, 1992. The organizations that we currently recognize are as follows: Alpha Kappa Alpha, the Theta Beta chapter; Omega Psi Phi, the Omicron Lambda chapter; Delta Sigma Theta, the Theta Mu chapter; Phi Beta Sigma, the Xi Mu chapter; and Zeta Phi Beta, the Eta Pi chapter. Now let's meet the 2020 Executive Council. Here we have the President, Sydney Verner. Next, we have the Internal Vice President, Brandon Beck. Then there's me, External Vice President, Joycelyn Poppy Johnson. Next, we have our Secretary, Queen McDaniel, Treasurer, Carlos Tony Panduro, Parliamentarian, Desavia Taylor, and our Philanthropy Chair, Keelan Vinnie Young. Next, let's get into the specifics of joining an NPHC organization. So in order to join a National Panhellenic Council Greek organization at OSU, you need at least 12 OSU credit hours already under your belt, as well as a minimum of a 2.5 GPA. Now, depending on the organization you're interested in, that grade point average can vary between 2.5 and 3.0. So just stay in class and be on your grades. Scholarship is very important to us. Next, you're going to need community service hours. So please plan ahead and track as you go using Campus Link or any other means to track or log how many hours you do. You also are going to need letters of recommendation. Now, again, like I said, depending on the organization, the number of letters you need will vary. And finally, you need attendance to an informational meeting. So informationals are just going to give you more information about that organization on a local, regional, and national level. You should also only go when you're ready. It shows interest and that you are ready to join an organization. But it also doesn't completely commit you to that organization. Now getting into the membership intake process, this is pretty much how it's going to go. So you attend a membership informational, right? You get information about the organization, you meet the people, you tell them, hey, I want to do it. I'm ready. Let's go. And then they'll give you an application. You fill that application out. You have an interview portion so you can get to meet those people in the organization and they get to meet you. Next, you're going to have a set amount of time to learn about that fraternity or sorority that you are joining. After you learn about that organization, you'll get initiated into that organization, be a real member, and then you'll have a new member presentation. So what happens within the National Panhellenic Council community is that we give presentations, shows, very extravagant, very important, to showcase our new members to campus, to the community. You invite your family, you invite your friends, and everybody gets to come and see you be a part of this great organization that you have finally been able to join after working so hard to do so. Okay, so real quick, let's talk about what's not expected of you. Literally anything you see on television and or movies is not expected of you. So if you've seen Stomp the Yard, parents, if you've seen School Days, do not think we expect this out of you or your children. These are just things that are portrayed in the media that we cannot really control. Here at Oklahoma State, we pride ourselves on being a non-hazing community, campus, organization-wise, council-wise, cross-councilly. We don't condone that. So don't expect this to be something that we expect of you or anything of that nature whatsoever. What you can expect is your attendance at conferences on the local, regional, and national level, meetings within your chapter, within the National Panhellenic Council, and within Fraternity and Sorority Affairs Office. You can also expect paying lifetime dues for lifetime membership with our organizations. Yes, I said that correctly. Lifetime dues, lifetime membership. Moving on. You're going to have different requirements for programmings and when you throw events on campus, you're going to have training and development requirements. Let's say you get a leadership position, community service requirements, being in the community and logging those hours, as well as turning in end of the year reports for literally everything that I just listed above. I mean, honestly, you could be doing what I'm doing one day. Sitting in the position I'm sitting in. Talking to some people that's interested in Greek life, right? External Vice President, NPHC, OSU. Go Pokes. Am I right or am I wrong? Ironic, isn't it? Very. It's time for the do's and don'ts, people. Please don't join an NPHC organization if all you want to do is step and stroll. We do so much more. I just went through what's really expected of you, okay? Remember that. Don't join for the nobody to somebody syndrome. You're going to be exactly who you are before you join that organization, after you join that organization. The letters are not going to change you, I promise. If you're joining just for the undergraduate life, it's not going to be fulfilling for you if it's not something that you really care about, point blank period. And that goes for any organization that you want to join on campus. Make sure you care about it. Also, I wouldn't join just because your brother, sister, aunt, uncle, best friend, cousin, whoever is a blank organization, so you want to be that same organization. Please do your research. Know what organization fits you. Don't join or try to join without knowing the standards or qualifications for that specific organization. And please, whatever you do, do not perpetrate or badmouth organizations or people in those organizations. Our community here at OSU is quite small. And if you say one thing about someone, we're gonna know. We're definitely gonna find out. And last but not least, don't join without having done any research. Please and thank you. Things you should do include attending events. If you're interested in an organization, even if you're not interested in an organization, go to their events. We put on events on campus for the community, for you. Next, stay involved on campus. Get involved in organizations that aren't Greek and see what you are good at, see what you aren't good at, see what you like and see what you don't like. Then you can really apply that to the Greek organization that fits you. Please do some community service. If an organization puts on a community service event on a weekend, go. It doesn't matter. You can go to any event you want to go to, and it's not going to make you be an interest for that certain organization. Please do your research. Research the organization as a whole. Research the organization chapter at your school. Research the people of that organization. Follow them on social media. Go to their events. Talk to them. Meet them. Research not only the organization, but the people in that organization, because when you join Greek life, you are also joining people. Please count your money up. Save some money. It's expensive. Greek life is expensive. Keep your GPA up. Work on your grades. I told you before, scholarship is very important. Please, please, please go to class. Go do your homework. Like literally, I can't tell you that enough. And last but certainly not least, practice, practice, practice discretion. Now, discretion? Poppy, what's discretion? Poppy, what's discretion? Poppy, tell me what discretion is. I will tell you what discretion is so you know what to practice. Discretion defined: the quality of behaving or speaking in such a way as to avoid causing offense or revealing private information. Synonyms for discretion include tactfulness, diplomacy, delicacy, sensitivity, carefulness. So basically, what I am telling you right now today is, if you end up going to an informational or being close with someone within the Greek community and they tell you pertinent information about their specific organizations, do not tell anyone else that pertinent information. Being discreet is just not telling everyone your business or not exploiting the sensitive business matters of that specific organization, whether it's sorority wise or fraternity wise. Just be discreet in how you communicate, who you talk to about these things, and make sure that when you are doing this, you're not revealing private information or being offensive to certain people, organizations, etc. So one thing we really pride ourselves on here at OSU is our family aspect of NPHC. As you can see in the pictures above, I mean, man, look at us in the community. supporting each other's events, as well as just hanging out at the bowling alley. So now we're going to highlight all the chapters we have currently recognized on campus.
The tantalizing Theta Beta chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated was started here at Oklahoma State University on October 28, 1973. The purpose of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated is to cultivate and encourage high scholastic and ethical standards, to promote unity and friendship among college women, to study and help alleviate problems concerning girls and women in order to improve their social stature, to maintain a progressive entrance in college life, and to be a service to all mankind. The reason why I love the sorority so much is the bond that I created within the organization and with the other members, and also being an actual service to the community.
Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated was founded in Third Kill Hall on the campus of Howard University in Washington, D.C. on November 17, 1911. Our four cardinal principles are manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift. The mighty Omicron Lambda chapter was chartered on February 20th, 1980 at Oklahoma State University.
Hi y'all, a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated is stopping by. The sorority was founded on January 13, 1913 on the campus of Howard University by 22 illustrious women. The Theta Mu chapter was the first black sorority chartered on the campus of Oklahoma State University on May 2nd, 1971 by 10 dynamic women. Our key principles are scholarship, sisterhood, and service. And our social media handles for Twitter and Instagram is Theta Mu DST.
Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated was founded Friday, January 9th, 1914 on the campus of Howard University. The Xi Mu chapter was chartered on May 15th, 1987 on the campus of Oklahoma State University. Our principles are brotherhood, scholarship, service.
Hey y'all, a proud member of Zeta, Phi Beta, Sorority, Incorporated has now arrived. Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated was founded on January 16, 1920 on the campus of Howard University in Washington, D.C. by our oh so sweet five pearls: Arizona Cleaver Stemmons, Pearl Anna Neal, Viola Tyler Goings, Murder Tyler Faithful, and Fanny Petty Watts. Our principles are scholarship, service, sisterhood, and finer womanhood. And if you can't tell, our sorority rocks that royal blue and white because we're so sweet. The electrifying Eta Pi chapter was chartered on April 30th, 1996 on the campus of Oklahoma State University. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at OKStateZetas to keep up with all things Eta Pi. Thanks for your time and have a beautiful day.
Well, I'm back, and I'm definitely about to end this video. I'd like to say thank you for watching. I hope you are now more well-informed and even more interested in joining an NPHC organization here at Oklahoma State University. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact us by email at nphc@okstate.edu. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at OKStateNPHC. And as always, have a great day and go Pokes!